feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Brian Giles with Brian Giles MTG. Now, we're here with more Marvel superhero spoilers. And starting our list off, we have another modal dual-faced card in King T'Challa. Main set, T'Challa, Black Panther. King T'Challa is a white, a blue, and 1 for a 3/2. Legendary human noble hero with flash. Whenever a player draws a card, draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. So more card draw. So you can either cast him or flip him from this side for a white, a blue, and 4 into Black Panther Hope Enduring. He becomes a 3/3 legendary human warrior hero with flash and double strike. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to Black Panther whenever Black Panther deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So card draw, and he absorbs damage. So there's stuff that you can use to, pour damage onto him. So hoo-ha. Then we have director Nick Fury. Now this is the Nick Fury that's going to be in the Captain America Commander deck. And it's blue, red, and white, the traditional way that's said, for a 2/4 legendary human spy hero. Hero spells you cast cost 1 generic less to cast. Whenever you attack with the top 4 cards of your library, you can reveal a hero from among them with that card into your hand, and with the rest of the library in a random order. So, yeah, he gets to kind of tutor when you attack. He gets to tutor up heroes and put them in your hand, and hoo-ha. Next up we have Go Nuts. So a green mana with Teamwork 3. So you can tap an additional 3 creatures to get both. So choose one. If this spell was cast using Teamwork, choose both instead. And since unlike the, because it doesn't have that extra 1 mana like the rest of them in this cycle, it costs 1 less for your Teamwork as well. So you can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, or target creature you control fights the target creature an opponent controls. So it's a fight spell, but if you do other things, it's your creature is bigger and and your opponent is a little more out of behind on the stuff. So next up we have a saga in Armor Wars. Blue, a red, and 2. Excuse me. For a saga that reads, Chapter 1, you may draw a card for each artifact you control. If you do, each opponent draws a card. Chapter 2, artifact spells you cast this turn cost 1 generic less to cast. Chapter 3, this saga deals X damage to target opponent, where X is the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. Okay, well, there's some stuff. Yeah, let's just put out a Dark Steel Colossus. So hoo ha. Next up, our cards are going to be kind of like the commanders of well, not commanders, but the archetypes for the various sets, the various archetypes, draft archetypes. So you got Ant-Man Colony Commander. So this is the uncommon Ant-Man. A green, a blue, and one for a 2/2 legendary human rogue hero. When he attacks, you may pay a generic and put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. So a creature gets a +1/+1 counter, and you get you get an ant creature token. You got Black Panther Vanguard, so a green and a white and 2 for a 4/4 legendary human warrior hero. Whenever a non-token hero you control enters, you can choose one. You can create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, or creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. So that's neat. Next up, we have Captain Marvel, Apex Avenger. So she's beefy at a red, a white, and 5 for a 4/4 human legendary human Kree hero, but she has flying, double strike, and indestructible. Whenever you put one or more counters on another creature, if it's not a Kree, you may put the same number and kind of counters on Captain Marvel. I just again I forget to notice things because a lot of the times I'm just focused on the cards, and this is probably going to be, because it's a commander card, it's going to be in the commander deck. But I just realized who Captain Marvel is fighting. These are the Brood. Now, for those of you that have not read the comics or don't have a lot of knowledge of Marvel lore, the Brood were originally introduced in the X-Men comics. They come from the same galaxy as Lilandra, which is the love interest of Charles Xavier, Professor X. And let's put it like this. They're insectoid aliens that have a lot of the same qualities as xenomorphs, except they put their eggs inside you and then you become them. But then they take all your powers, so that they go looking around for powered individuals to become their hosts. So yeah, they're kind of like xenomorph. They are a problem. They are a plague on the Lesser Magellanic Galaxy. Yeah. So Brood. We probably won't see Brood in this set. They'll probably show up in the X-Men set. But when they do show up, look for the Brood to be on the level of Slivers. These guys are going to be a problem. They're probably going to infest you with an indestructible token that has like a suspend mechanic. And after like, I'd say 3 turns, you sacrifice it and you come into the opposing player's control with the fact that you're a Brood in addition to their other types as well. Next up, we have Iron Man Armored Avenger. Now, this is, from what I understand, is from the Jumpstart boxes. We're going to have a Jumpstart set with this. And he's a blue and 3 for a 2/2 legendary artifact creature human hero with flying. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Whenever Iron Man attacks, other attacking modified creatures gain flying until end of turn. Because, he gave Iron Man suits to people like Spider-Man, and, other heroes like the Punisher and whatnot. Even Captain America had, an iron suit. So hoo-ha. We have Black Widow Double Agent. Now this doesn't really personify the archetype, but you get the idea, kind of. So a white, a black, and 1 for a 3/2 legendary human hero villain. So she plays both sides. She has Death Touch, and whenever a creature control attacks alone, gains First Strike and Menace. So that works a lot of that, and there's going to be more that's going to fit into that archetype. We have Captain America Living Legend, which is a white, a blue, and 1 for a 3/4 legendary human soldier hero with vigilance. Whenever creature control becomes tapped during your turn, it's the first time that the creature has become tapped this turn, untap it. So it gives kind of like a vigilance effect, but you can use it for stuff that you use to, like, say, tap down other creatures, that, to reuse some effects that are on people. Yeah, it works a lot like that. Next up, we have Hulk Gamma Goliath. So a red, a green, and 3 for a 6/5 legendary Gamma Berserker hero with reach and trample. Now for 5 mana, that's not bad. But he also gives power-up abilities of other creatures you control, cost 3 generic less to activate. Yeah, you're gonna, And his power-up is beefy at at 8, which is 2 a red, a green, and 6. But you can pay 3 if you use it when he comes into play. And we've already gotten, if you've got the arc reactor out there, you just tap the arc reactor for 3 colorless mana, and look, he'll get 5 +1/+1 counters, making him an 11/10 with reach and trample. Hulk is not here to play. We've got Kang, Temporal Tyrant. So, a blue, a black, and 2 for a 3/4 human villain. Whenever Kang attacks, he connives, again, with the conniving and the villain theme. And whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. So he can fit into the Doom deck, all sorts of stuff like that. We've got Killmonger, Scourge of Wakanda. So, a black, a green, and 2 for a 3/3 human mercenary villain. When he enters, you can sacrifice another creature to destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. As long as there are 2 or more cards in your graveyard, he gets +2/+1. So it comes with a 5/4, and he can, when he enters, you can start filling that graveyard with creatures, and to make him bigger. So not unhappy with that, and it's an uncommon, so it's not quite as powerful as some other cards, but it's decent. Then we have the Kingpin of Crime. For a white, a black, and 1, you get a 1/5 legendary human villain with Extort, because he's the Kingpin. And whenever you attack, you may pay 2 life. If you do, till the turn, creatures you control with toughness greater than their power assign combat damage equals to their toughness rather than their power. So he's all about the big booty stuff. So what is that, like Elektra and Bullseye in the background? Yeah. Then you have Secret Invasion. This is an interesting card for 2 blue and 1. You get an enchantment aura, enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, exile up to 1 target creature other than an enchanted creature until this aura leaves the battlefield. The enchanted creature becomes a copy of that creature until this aura leaves the battlefield. Enchanted creature has Ward 2. So you get to copy a creature, and you got Ward 2, so it's harder to get rid of. Yeah, that's solid. Next up, we have another source material card in Concerted Effort. 2 white and 2 for an enchantment that reads: beginning of each creature you control gain flying. Till end of turn, if a creature you control has flying. Same can be true. Is true for Fear, First Strike, Double Strike, Land Walk, Protection, Trample, and Vigilance. And that's each upkeep, so that's even your opponent's upkeep. So you want Concerted Effort in a deck that's going to have a lot of that And there are cards that have a lot of those abilities on them. It's next up is the final showdown. It's the final showdown. Sorry. So white mana for instant that reads. It has the spree. This is from Thunder Junction. You have to pay the initial white, and then if you add a +1 to it, +1. If you add another generic to it, all creatures lose all abilities until end of turn. Add a generic for +1 generic. You choose a creature you control. It's indestructible till end of turn. And for 2 white and 3, you can destroy all creatures. So basically 3 white and 3, you can destroy all creatures, and then you can also pay the extra 2 to do the other things. So it's interesting. Next up is Light of Promise. Now we already have, we see Marvel, see Captain Marvel, the female version. We already saw one that has life link to it. So you put this on her, and so a white and 2 for the enchantment creature. Enchanted creature has whenever you gain life, put that many counters on this creature. It just gets bigger. Okay, and we have Return to the Ranks for 2 white and X. Sorcerer with Convoke. Return X target creature cards for mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So again, we've been seeing a lot of 2 mana value cards that start off like that. Yeah, they're going to be like that. So we're at 22 minutes. We've got to end this. We'll see you on the next